15 to warm up, but we're going to progressively go up in weight, and then we'll bring the pain.
Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. For years, viewers of My 600-Pound Life have seen the stories of morbidly obese patients, how they transform themselves completely by changing their lifestyles. From being unable to walk or to do other tasks, patients suffer a lot because the physical and emotional consequences of obesity make them feel devastating. Such people have something in common, and that's their willpower and hope to change their lives. Well, in today's video, we will be looking at some of these My 600-Pound Life success stories are so inspiring. Chunk Turner. When the viewers met with Chunk Turner for the very first time on the show, he was weighing 693 pounds. He shared on the show that he started gaining weight just after the year his first wife died. After that devastating incident of his life, he finally made up his mind and settled down by marrying Nisa, his second wife. Both mutually decided to adopt a son, but due to his obesity, Chunk couldn't help his wife around the house and even while taking care of their son. Once he even told TLC makers that he would prefer to be a dead person than to live a life like this for the rest of his life. When a 40 pounds growth of lymphedema started developing on his leg, his situation had become more complicated to handle because it made his movement more hindering, so his marriage became strained. But fortunately, he lost 433 pounds after undergoing Dr. Now's gastric bypass surgery. But God knows for what reasons, despite all the fact that he has finally managed to live a better life. Turner and his wife Nisa split up. He also shared on a special reunion episode that he is looking for love again. Joe Wexler. Joe Wexler was one of Dr. Now's difficult cases to ever deal with. When he appeared on the show, he was weighing 800 pounds. During his journey, he struggled a lot while losing weight. But still, his weight loss journey was nothing short of astonishing. Joe never dreamt of living a life he is living right now before being a part of this show. But all the credits go to his hard work and dedication. Because before even asking for help from Dr. Now, Joe managed to shed 140 pounds on his own and got qualified for getting gastric bypass surgery. Joe even transformed his whole life totally by staying on the healthy path. Well, he finally got a chance to undergo skin removal surgery after passing milestones after milestone. Not just that, as by ultimately losing 500 pounds, Joe became able to drive the car again. In his follow-up episode, Joe shared with his fans that he is about to marry his love of life, Sarah, his current girlfriend. Well, now they are happily married, and he is still working on himself as he is taking online courses. Brittany Fulfer. Well, when it comes to talking about Brittany Fulfer, then her story is known as one of the most incredibly inspiring stories on the show, because her whole weight loss journey on My 600-Pound Life is quite remarkable to discuss. She appeared in season 4 as the heaviest contestant while weighing 605 pounds. Well, because of her weight, Brittany was quite depressed in the initial stage of her weight loss journey. She also shared on her episode that when she was just 5 years old, she was abused by someone. That filthy person kept doing that heinous act to her for another 6 years straight. So she started binge eating just to cope with that traumatic incident. She must have a quite heartbreaking childhood memory. She even shared that she used to think of herself as the most disgusting thing in the world when she started gaining a lot of weight. But after seeking help from Dr. Now, she finally began to shed weight by following a very strict diet and excessive exercise. Due to following all that diet and exercise regime, she fortunately came down to 365 pounds. That's why, because of her utmost hard work and struggles, Fulfer was called one of the doctor's biggest success stories. After losing her weight, she saved her marriage with Bill by becoming physically fit to be intimate. After 1 year later, Brittany dropped over 100 pounds, and now her weight is up to 272. Zalynn Whitworth. Weighing in whopping 694 pounds, Zalynn Whitworth appeared in 2014 on My 600-Pound Life and is known as the most beautiful and determined contestant to known till today. But despite all of her struggle, motivation, her husband Garth never seemed to be supportive of her decision in changing her life and towards her goal of losing weight for her well-being. But she still did what she had to do to lose her weight to create a positive change for herself. She even shared with the audience in her episode that Gareth has no idea how close to death I feel every day. Actually, you must be thinking that how can a wife can pass a statement related to her husband? Well, the reason behind her statement was that he was always into oversized women. So to meet his sexual needs, he was totally controlling and manipulating her to eat excessively. In fact, both of them met on an adult website where fat fetish content is available and where Zelin used to entertain her customers. Garth was actually a big fan of such adult content. Zelin was earning there as a model, and then they started dating each other. But when she made up her mind to lose weight, he started acting weird as he didn't want her to take that step. But she was determined for her goal to lose weight, so she managed to undergo Dr. Now gastric bypass and skin removal surgery, and lost 378 pounds. And by getting a divorce from her husband, she also shed the weight of her problematic relationship. Well, she is such a real inspiration. Christina Phillips. When Christina appeared on the show, she was weighing in at 640 pounds at 22 years old. Well, she shared on her episode that she would prefer to leave the house only at 3 a.m. because it was unlikely that you would bump into people at midnight. Since her childhood, Christina had started gaining weight, and she was already close to 400 pounds when she came at the age of 17. Things got really worse, especially when she turned 18, because at that time, she got her first lymphedema, and everything became devastating. To take care of Christina and her daily do activities, her mother and husband Zach have to take care of everything. And because of her lymphedema, she had to totally rely on both of them. Anyhow, Christina struggled a lot after her very first meeting with Dr. Now, as instead of losing 40 pounds, she actually gained 17 pounds on her next visit. Because when she was staying in the hospital, she was surrounded by people who even brought her junk food. To lose weight, she committed to stick to the 1,000-calorie diet designed by Dr. Now. Due to that determination, Christina, in the first year after her surgery, eventually managed to lose 266 pounds. Then, by moving out of her family's house and by getting separated from her enabler husband just after another year of her surgery, Christina finally made things better, and now she is living with her new boyfriend. Due to that new transformation in her lifestyle, she finally managed to make her name on the list of my 600-pound life success stories, which are inspiring for others in the history of the show. Well, she ended up losing so much weight that Dr. Now actually advised her to gain at least 15 pounds back just to be at a more healthy level. Paula Jones. When 39 years old, Paula Jones appeared on the show in 2014. She shared that 1 year ago her husband died, and his death was a very tragic and powerful motivation for her. Because her husband, while weighing 600 pounds, passed away from obesity-related complications, and her own weight wasn't much less than her husband's, as she weighed 542 pounds at that time. She started worrying that if she faced the same fate as her late husband, then how her kids would survive to live on their own. So that was the time when Paula finally decided to move to deal with her obesity issue and to be near Dr. Now's office, with her 4 kids from Georgia to Houston, Texas. Along her weight loss journey and during the most stressful days of her life, as she faced multiple challenges. Therefore, she ended up gaining 17 pounds instead of losing it at the start. Not just that, actually, when she worked out for the first time, she rewarded herself with a burrito, as she felt that was quite harder for her. In early 2015, fortunately, she lost weight and dropped down to 269 pounds. According to Women's World magazine, after some time she got amazing results and lost 400 pounds. Even after her surgery, her relationship with her kids has quite improved, and now she is the one who tries to teach them to eat healthy. Amber Ricciuti. By the way, the most jaw-dropping transformation on the show is Amber Ricciuti. At the age of 23, she was first featured in the 5th season weighing 657 pounds. Obesity had always been a real struggle for her since she was a kid, and she shared that she sees herself as a nasty, yucky monster, as her legs carried most of her weight. Therefore, she couldn't stand for more than 30 minutes. But fortunately, after losing 20 pounds, she got approved by Dr. Now for gastric surgery. Well, after that, within a year, she lost 337 pounds and hadn't stopped there, as by keeping fighting with her weight, she also shed over 400 pounds. Amber kept posting about her weight loss journeys on social media and still keeps updating her social platforms with her pinup style selfies. She even revealed on the show that her obesity prevented her from being intimate with her boyfriend. Now she got engaged in 2016 and since then has been living happily with her fiancé. That's all, guys, for today with these My 600-Pound Life. Success stories are so inspiring. Thanks for watching the video, and if you guys found it interesting, I would much appreciate it if you could comment down below about the video and leave the thumbs up. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.